11:45 p.m. on a rainy night in rural Karnataka, and a young man named Rahul is boarding the final bus home. This diagram illustrates the psychological concept of a micro-reality. The brightly illuminated inner circle acts as a mental sanctuary, insulating the occupants from the dark environment waiting outside. Inside Rahul's bus, that sanctuary is defined by its isolation. There are only 5 passengers, and no one is speaking. The routine changes when the conductor hands out the tickets. He issues a specific instruction. No matter who asks, the driver will not stop the bus before the final destination. Strict rules like this define the interior as a controlled environment. By refusing to open the doors, the conductor suggests that the threat remains locked outside, separate from the interior space. As long as the physical boundary between the inside and outside remains closed, passengers maintain the belief that they are in control of their survival. By 12:20 a.m., the bus enters a dense, isolated stretch of forest. A woman wearing a white sari appears on the side of the road, waving for the vehicle to pull over. Following the conductor's instruction, the driver ignores her. The bus continues forward, leaving the woman behind in the rain. 5 minutes later, the silence is broken by the sound of footsteps pacing at the back of the moving vehicle. The doors never opened, and the vehicle never slowed down. Despite these physical barriers, an external entity is now inside. Rahul slowly turns around. Sitting in the very last row is the same woman, staring ahead with pitch-black eyes. When physical boundaries no longer apply to a threat, the sanctuary effectively becomes a trap. The woman looks up through her hair and tells Rahul her stop is next, directly challenging the conductor's rule. This timeline maps the mechanics of the haunting. A fatal accident on this road 5 years ago triggered a recurring loop tied to the new moon. It has a specific survival condition. If a passenger talks to her, they never return home. Rahul remains silent, following the rules of the micro-reality, until the bus finally reaches the end of the line at 1 a.m. The passengers disembark, and the woman vanishes. The only remaining evidence of her presence is a pair of wet footprints on the seat where she sat. Surviving the immediate threat creates a cognitive bias. The victim assumes the nightmare has concluded because the physical entity is gone. The next morning, Rahul returns to the station in the daylight. He speaks with an old man, attempting to find a rational explanation for the previous night. The old man reveals a conflicting fact. The midnight bus Rahul claims to have ridden actually burned down in an accident 3 years ago. Rahul looks down at the ticket in his hand. The printed date is August 15, 2021. This is a time slip. The sanctuary Rahul used to escape the ghost was, in reality, the ghost itself. His linear timeline is pulled into the recursive loop of the accident. He did not survive the night. He was integrated into the history of the crash. Across the sunlit road, the woman in the white sari appears again, beckoning him to return to the vehicle. The vehicle Rahul relied on for escape was the mechanism of his trap from the moment he boarded.